All right, so we already talked about all the direct connects parent constraints. What we're going to talk about now is some of the other constraints that we have access to, the point, orient, and aim constraint. Now, I'm going to talk about the point constraint first because it's kind of a neat one. The point constraint's purpose is to basically track the position of something between two objects. So the scenario I have here is we have these two cones, and let's say we wanted this to stay in between these two cones. What I could do is I could select cone 1, I could shift select cone 2, and then finally select the object I want to keep between them, and just come in here and do a constraint, point constraint. And what this will do is whenever one cone moves, our little cube here is going to move proportionally towards that other cone. So essentially it stays between these points and has a lot of practical uses in that regard. Now, there are other really wonky things the point constraint can do that I don't have time to explain today, but it can also track a point on a surface as it rotates and other really weird things like that when you come in here and you start to change some of the settings. But as a base level, this is what it does, is it kind of maintains the distance between these two objects. And the way that I use that practically on our little character here is this glowing orb is actually point constraint in between these big orbs. So well, not big orbs, these big spires. You'll see as these spires move, that moves automatically. And what this does is kind of save some animation time for the animator and just kind of gives some rules for this to follow for the character and the off chance that, this is how this thing's supposed to move. So that's kind of a practical example. The way it's being used is on those groups. So if I show you how this works in here, what we're going to need to do is select the control here, or you need to select the group above this and then select the control here. So if I come in and we look at this, let me find where this is. That's our orb group offset. We could select the control, shift select the second control, and then shift select the offset here. And then if I do that constrain point, what it's going to do is put that point constraint on that offset group. Like I mentioned, that's the purpose of it. So now it will move in between these. But what's really cool is you'll notice this doesn't have any animation. So if I wanted to change the position of this, I could do so, and that main group's going to maintain its distance, but we still have the ability to animate this independently if we wanted to. So it's a pretty nice little feature. So that's going to be point constraints. Very abstract tool. It has a handful of uses, and we'll actually be exploring some of those as we go.